We are going to simplify surds by removing brackets. First question, expand and simplify. Root 3 times 2 plus root 3. Let's remove the bracket. Root 3 times 2. Root 3 times root 3. Root 3 times 2 plus root 3 times root 3. Root 3 times 2 is 2 root 3. Root 3 times root 3 is just a 3. So 3 plus 2 root 3. We got the answer. Let's see another question. Root 5 times 3 minus root 3. To simplify, first let's remove the bracket. Root 5 times 3. Root 5 times 3 minus root 5 times root 3. Root 5 times root 3 is, root 5 times 3 is 3 root 5. Minus root 5 times root 3 is minus, you remember the rule for manipulating surds, right? According to the rule, root of A times root of B equals root of AB. So root of 5 times root of 3 must be root of 5 times 3. Root of 5 times 3. We know that is 15. So we can rightly write as root 15. So 3 root 5 minus root 15. Let's see another question. Question C. 2 minus root 2 times 3 plus root 5. So to remove the bracket, first we can multiply this 2 with 3 plus root 5, the entire bracket here. 2 times 3 plus root 5 minus root 2. This is not just a root 2, that's a minus root 2. Minus root 2 times 3 plus root 5. Now we can multiply this 2 with 3 and this 2 with root 5. So 2 times 3 plus 2 times root 5. Here it is a minus root 2. So we can multiply minus root 2 with 3. So minus root 2 times 3. Then we can multiply this minus root 2 with root 5. That gives minus root 2 times root 5. Let's simplify it. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 2 times root 5 is plus 2 root 5 minus root 2 times 3 is minus 3 root 2 and we have a minus root 2 times root 5. Again we can use the rule to manipulate surds. Root A times root B is root AB. When we apply that here, minus root of 2 times 5. That is same as root of 10. You see, we cannot further simplify it, so we can stop here. Now we will see another question. The next one is a past paper question. Express 5 minus root 8 times 1 plus root 2 in the form a plus b root 2, where a and b are integers. So a and b can only be integers. First let's remove the bracket. 5 minus root 8 times 1 plus root 2. First multiply 5 with the entire bracket here. 5 times 1 plus root 2. This is not just a root 8, that's minus root 8. Multiply minus root 8 with the entire bracket here. Minus root 8 times 1 plus root 2. Multiply 5 times 5 with 1. So 5 times 1 or 5. 5 times plus 5 times root 2. We know that is a 5 root 2. Minus root 8 times 1. Minus root 8 times 1. That is a minus root 8. Minus root 8 times root 2. See, let's simplify it. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 5 root 2 minus root 8. You see minus root 8 here, we need to simplify it. In a simplified form, minus root 8 is minus 2 root 2. Now this one minus root 8 times root 2. According to the rule, root of a times b is root ab. So this is minus root 8 times 2. That is minus root 16. Now 5 plus 5 root 2 minus 2 root 2. That is 5 minus 2 root 2. 5 minus 2 root 2. How much is 5 minus 2 root 2? 3 root 2. My root of minus 16 is minus root 16. Minus root 16 is minus 4. So 5 minus 4 plus 3 root 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 plus 3 root 2. You see a is 1, b is 3. Both are integers. Now see, I have done the problem taking so many steps. Actually you can do it with less steps. Which are the important steps that you need to show? You need to show this one. This one will give you the method mark, M1. And you see this one, writing root 8 as minus 2 root 2. Writing minus root 8 as minus 2 root 2 or root 8 as just 2 root 2. Even if your entire problem is wrong, if you write this root 8 as 2 root 2, you will be getting a B1 mark here. That is independent mark. Then the last one, your answer 1 plus 3 root 2. For that 1 mark accuracy mark. So totally the question carries 3 marks. Now see, how can you write root 8 as 2 root 2? If you have any doubt, you can use a calculator actually if the calculator gives you exact value. Or you can write root 8 as root of 4 times 2. Multiple of a perfect square. So root of 4 times 2 will be what? 2 root 2. That is like root 4 times root 2. That gives you 2 root 2. Now if you have any problem with finding the perfect square, you can do in this way. 8 divided by the smallest number possible or the prime number. 4, See, you have simplified it. Now make it into pairs. From each pair, take 1 out, 1, 2 out. You have a pair of 2 2's. Take 1, 2 out and place outside the bracket, and you have a single 2 that you keep inside the bracket. That's another way. Anyway, you have done the problem. Let's see another example. This is another past paper question. Expand and simplify. Seven plus root 5 times 3 minus root 5. The question carries 3 marks. So first remove the bracket, multiply this 7 with the entire bracket here. 7 times 3 minus root 5. Here we have a plus root 5, multiply that plus root 5 with the entire bracket here. Plus root 5 times 3 minus root 5. Now remove the brackets completely. 7 times 3. I am going to write it. 7 times 3 is 21. Now 7 times minus root 5. 7 times minus root 5. That makes it a minus 7 root 5. You can write it as minus 7 root 5. Now this side, let's remove the bracket. Root 5 times 3. Root 5 times 3. That make it a 3 root 5. Then the next one is root 5 times minus root 5. Root 5 times minus root 5. Plus and minus multiplication means definitely it is a negative sign. Root 5 times root 5 is just a 5. So let's just add the like terms. 21 minus 5. If you have any difficulty, write them together. 21 minus 5. 21 minus 5 is how much? 16. Now minus 7 root 5 plus 3 root 5. That is plus root 5 times minus 7 plus 3. Minus 7 root 5 plus 3 root 5. Root 5 is common. Take it out. Inside the bracket minus 7 plus 3. So that is root 5 times minus 4. That is minus 4 root 5. So you have simplified it. Let's see which are the important steps for us. You need to show this step. This is very important. That carries 1 mark, the method mark M1. Then actually any other step you don't need to see, you don't need to show. The next one is the answer. For getting correct answer, this part of the answer 16, the integer part of the answer. For that you are getting a accuracy mark. Then getting the third part of the answer minus 4 root 5. For that you are getting another accuracy mark. So totally you are getting 3 marks. All other steps are unnecessary. It's not compulsory that you do it. This step and this answer, only these are necessary. Now I'll give you your homework. Here is your homework for today. The fifth one is a past paper question that carries 2 marks. All the best for the homeworks.